You're about to spend 40 grand fixing up your house before you sell it, and I need you to put the checkbook down for 10 minutes because at least half of that money is about to disappear. Not into your sale price, just gone. If that stings a little, good. This video will save you real money. Hit subscribe before we begin. I'm Jerry Davis, and after a couple decades in renovation and working alongside agents and appraisers on pre-sale projects, I can tell you the most expensive mistake homeowners make isn't a bad repair. It's a good repair done for the wrong house at the wrong time. By the end of this video, you'll know the 10 big-ticket projects that almost never pay you back at closing, and what to do instead with a fraction of the money. Let's start with the big one, the full kitchen remodel. Somebody decides to sell, walks into their kitchen, hates the oak cabinets from 1998, and calls a contractor for a gut job. New cabinets, new island, new appliances, $60,000 to $80,000. I get it. It looks great in photos. But here's the problem. On a pre-sale remodel, you're lucky to get back 60 cents on the dollar. And worse, you're guessing at someone else's taste. I've watched buyers walk through a brand new white shaker kitchen and say, out loud, "We'd probably redo this." That's your 80 grand they're planning to rip out. What to do instead? Paint the existing cabinet boxes, swap the hardware, put a quartz counter on the cabinets you already have, add a decent faucet, and new lighting. That's 8 to 12,000. It photographs beautifully, and no buyer is emotionally attached to demolishing it. Number 2, the spa bathroom. Freestanding soaker tub, body spray shower panel, heated floors, floor-to-ceiling tile. Look, I get it. You've been dreaming about this bathroom for years. But if you're building it to sell, you're building it for a stranger. And strangers are cheap. A $35,000 primary bath remodel might move your appraisal 10, maybe 15. Instead, reglaze the tub, if it's dated, regrout and recaulk everything, swap the vanity, the mirror, and the light bar. 3 to 5 grand, and the bathroom reads as clean and current, which is honestly all buyers are checking for. Clean and current, not luxurious. Number 3, and this one surprises people, replacing a roof that still has life in it. Homeowners hear the roof is 15 years old and panic buy a $20,000 tear-off. Here's what no one tells you. Buyers treat a roof as pass or fail. A brand new roof doesn't add 20 grand to your price. It just doesn't subtract anything. If your roof has 5, 6, 7 years left, get a roofer out there for repairs. Get a written condition letter you can hand to buyers, and if it comes up in negotiation, offer a credit. A credit costs you less than a full replacement almost every time, and the buyer gets to pick their own shingle color. Everybody wins except the roofing salesman. Number 4 is whole house window replacement. $25,000, $30,000 for vinyl replacement windows, and the pitch is always energy efficiency sells. It doesn't. Not for 30 grand. Buyers notice broken windows. They do not reward new ones. If you've got a couple of fogged units with failed seals, replace those individual sashes for a few $100 each, fix the crank hardware, and move on. Nobody has ever bid over asking because of an argon-filled double pane. Trust me, this matters when you're deciding where the money goes. Number 5, the pool. Can we please stop doing this one right before selling? A pool is a lifestyle purchase, not an investment. 60 to 100,000 to build. And unless you're in Phoenix, Vegas, or South Florida, you've just cut your buyer pool in half, pun intended. Families with toddlers walk away. Buyers see fencing requirements, insurance costs, and a weekly maintenance bill. If you already have a pool, great, make it sparkle. But building one to sell is lighting money on fire in a very scenic way. Number 6, converting the garage. People turn a 2-car garage into a gym or a home office, spend 15 or 20 grand on drywall, flooring, and a mini split, and think they've added living space. This is where people mess up. Most appraisers won't count it as square footage, and most buyers see it as lost parking and lost storage. Storage sells houses more than gyms do. If you've already converted it, keep it reversible. Don't tear out the garage door header. Don't pour a raised floor. And if you haven't converted it yet, and you're selling within a couple years, just don't. Number 7, solar panels. Now, don't get me wrong. Owned solar on the right house can be a mild plus, but leased solar? A 20-year lease agreement that a buyer has to qualify for and assume at closing? I have personally watched deals die over that paperwork. If you're 2 years from selling, do not sign a solar lease. If you already have one, talk to the company about buyout options before you list, because your agent is going to have that conversation with you eventually anyway, and it's better to know the number early. Number 8, the sunroom or 3-season edition, $30,000 to $70,000. And here's the ugly part. If it's not on permanent foundation, properly permitted, and heated to code, the appraiser may not count it as living area at all. You built a room, and on paper it barely exists. Before any addition, and I mean any, have the permit conversation with your contractor and your local building department first. If they can't tell you clearly how it'll be classified, that's your answer. A well-done paver patio with decent outdoor lighting gives you most of the photo appeal for 1/10 of the cost. Number 9, high-end landscaping and hardscaping. The $40,000 backyard with the outdoor kitchen, the built-in fire feature, the koi pond, and yes, I know some of you are going to disagree because these yards look incredible. But buyers don't see luxury. They see maintenance, they see a pond pump they don't understand, and a built-in grill they didn't pick. What actually moves the needle is embarrassingly cheap. Fresh mulch, crisp bed edges, trimmed shrubs, patched sod, a power-washed driveway, and new house numbers. $2 to $3 grand total, and it changes the entire first impression from the curb. Curb appeal is a first 10 seconds game, not a $40,000 game. And number 10, the over-personalized big-ticket toys. The dedicated home theater with fixed risers and a wet bar. The wine cellar. The fully wired smart home system tied to one specific ecosystem. Here's a pro tip. The more specific a room's purpose, the fewer buyers can picture themselves in it. That theater with stadium seating bolted to the slab is a demolition line item in the buyer's head. Flexible, neutral, well-lit rooms sell. A finished basement that could be a family room, a guest room, or an office beats a bat cave every single time. And it costs less to build. Now, let's talk about the part most homeowners forget, because it ties all 10 of these together. Before you spend $1 on pre-sale work, ask one question. Is this repair a pass-fail item or an upgrade? Pass-fail items: a leaking water heater, an ancient electrical panel, active roof leaks, a dead furnace. Those you fix because they kill deals and terrify lenders. Upgrades are where your money quietly evaporates. Buyers pay for houses that have nothing wrong with them. They rarely pay extra for houses that have something fancy about them. That one sentence should drive your whole pre-sale budget. So if you're listing in the next year or two, here's your playbook. Fix what's broken, clean like your mother-in-law is coming. Paint, lighting, hardware, caulk, mulch. Spend your money in the first 10 feet of the house and the first 10 seconds of the showing. And before any project over $5 grand, ask your contractor a blunt question. Would you do this if you were selling? A good contractor will tell you the truth. The ones who won't, well, now you know something about them too. Tell me in the comments which one of these you are about to do, because I guarantee at least one of them shows up in almost every pre-sale renovation I've ever been called into. And if you already did one, tell me how it went. I read those. A smart pre-sale strategy isn't about impressing buyers. It's about removing every reason for them to say no and keeping the rest of your money in your pocket where it belongs. If this saved you from writing a big dumb check, hit like, subscribe, share it with someone who needs to see it. I'll catch you in the next one.